Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, you know what? It's late in the evening. I don't even know why I said good morning. Mm, mm, mm. Super chat, super chat. Okay, look, check this out, y'all. Hello. I hope I hit the right button. Okay. All right. Let me see something. All righty. Let's see.
Josh and Sarah, several of our colleagues have spoken with Summer's mother off camera. She's even provided videos and photos of her daughter. But tonight,
Now
for
I'm
the
sitting
first
here
time,
listening
she
to
shares
Summer
her account of
Wells.
what happened the night her daughter went missing,
And
and
I
like
got
her
questions
husband, that she
myself.
believes her 5-year-old girl was taken.
We really miss her very much. She was the angel, our blessing, the love of our life. She's what made our world go around.
It's been 13 days since CANDUS BLYS and Donald Wells last saw their 5-year-old daughter, Summer.
I'm just scared that somebody's hurting her.
Can you imagine your child being gone for 13 days? 13 days. And you not know what happened to your child. If you guys can see the look on her face, it's unbelievable. It's no response. It's almost like she's dazed. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm looking at this woman and I'm trying to feel the vibes of a parent that's missing their child. And I don't see it bump the fact whether I feel it. But here's a mom that is actually on here pleading for the return of her child. Now, I stopped it because it's something that she said. It's that part right there. There's nothing she can do about it. She can, she can. She can tell what really happened. But I'm gonna go here and start from the beginning. Because this baby is missing. You see what she's surrounded by? This baby is missing. And I do feel some kind of way.
I'm scared that somebody's hurting her, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Look at that.
As the almost 2-week-long search through the rough terrain
Do you
still
see
back,
that
Summer's
terrain?
parents say they believe someone took their daughter.
Personally, I think someone came up here and grabbed her and ran down the hill
I think so
and
too.
threw her in a car and drove as far away as they could from this area.
I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself.
She knows she didn't walk.
Or off this yard by her swing. I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from here.
Around 6:30.
Now that's the reason I came up. She says she feels as though in her heart somebody came up there and took her. Remember that part, came up there and took her.
In the evening on June 15th, her father called to report her missing, but he wasn't.
Her dad called to report her missing. Not mama. Dad did. Now, I said to myself when I was looking at this, if dad was at work and mom was there with her mom and her boys, why did dad have to call? Why did dad have to call?
Home yet from work.
Me and my mother and her were planting flowers, and we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers, and I said okay, and I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV, and I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back, and within 2 minutes I came back, and I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay.
Now,
And I yelled.
that's it's something wrong with what she just totally said. She said she, her mother, and Summer walked in to where the boys were. She asked the boys to watch their sister. And I do believe she said it was in the kitchen. Off the kitchen. She asked the boys to watch Summer. So now I'm not there, but apparently they were all on the same floor. So she entered in. She asked the boys to watch Summer. That was it. Now watch what happens next.
Yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer.
So apparently she went upstairs and she left Summer downstairs with the boys who was off the kitchen area, if not in the kitchen. And she asked them to watch Summer.
Which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was no.
So she went down to check. And she was nowhere, the Summer was nowhere around. Now I'm going to replay that just so people can understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing this because I see where a flaw, a major flaw, is in this statement she's making. And she made it 2 weeks. Now, let me re-hit it.
And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer.
She yelled downstairs a couple of times. Let me move back a little bit more because I want you to hear when she walked in. It's more to the story that meets the eye. I don't know who's not listening, but I'm going to say something too.
In 2 minutes I came back, and I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said
She said it was 2
"Go downstairs,
minutes.
Mom, to play with her toys."
Definitely wasn't 2 minutes.
And within 2 minutes I came back, and I asked the boys where their sister was, and I'll be back. And within 2 minutes I came back,
No,
and I asked the
let me go
boys
back
where
some.
their sister all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV.
Did you hear? She said she
And I
watched
asked
her
one of the
walk
boys, I
in
said,
to the
"Watch
kitchen.
Summer, I'll be back." And within 2 minutes I came back, and I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said okay.
Did y'all hear that part? I'm going to let that marinate, y'all. Because, see, remember, the boys was in the kitchen. And she make it sound like she went on an upper level in the house. Because she say she yelled several times. But she came back 2 minutes later. Pay attention to what she's saying now. Something is definitely missing. And I want y'all to listen to this. I don't care how many come on. I want you to open your ears. Open your ears. Dear Lord, let the chat light up. Let that light up. We need not to play games when it comes to missing children. No, we don't. Y'all, sometimes I get beside myself. I'm telling you, as a y'all know I lost one. I feel some kind of way. If you didn't know it now. Yes, I'm back chilling. I'm relaxing. I got it on pause. You can see my shadows. Hey, hey, it's me. Let me listen to this, y'all. I done been all on this woman's TikTok. If y'all ain't know it, she go by Candace Wells on TikTok. 2 weeks ago, she told a local news channel that she preferred to go by Candace Blaze. Blaze. I can't get it right. Blys. That's her last name. That's her maiden last name. Like I said, I went on TikTok and I saw videos where she had picked up and started her TikTok in March. Now, I'm not telling you what somebody else told me. She started her TikTok in March and she did not upload quite often. She uploaded a few. But somewhere along that line of June, I believe it is, this baby didn't come up missing. And you'll see where she still did TikToks. That's why I'm doing this. She still did TikToks even after the baby gone. You get me. You get me. You get it. Now I know we still have to live our lives. But I won't piggyback on nothing else. Like I said, you need to see the TikToks. That's what I said. So I was listening and with me following this story and seeing and reading all the comments that was surfacing, y'all, I sat down and I rekindled something because it does bother me on what she said. Listen to this. Listen how she described it. And you'll see all of this in the TikTok videos. I swear to God, you'll see all this in the TikTok videos.
And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back.
Let me just boost this
And
up so the new people can hear it.
her hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma.
Her mama.
She wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay. And I walked her all.
You know what? I want to pick it back off that. It touches my soul because I lost a son. Okay, I'm going to say that again. It touches my soul because my son is no longer here. It touches my soul deeply because that one person that told me never lied to me. And that's our Father. Whether you share him with me or not, that's our Father. He told me what happened to my child. I swear to God he did. Only the people that breathe and eat and chill, my neighbors, these people know that I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. None of y'all. I can give you a story, make your head, how they say it, make your toes crawl up. So when I say I'm touching on this, I'm touching on this. Same way with the other baby. I touched all over that. Like I said, she'll be found in some water. And she was. She was in a bag in the rain for several days. Huh? So I'm on here to tell you what I smell on this, what I see in this, what gives me chills in this situation here. You may not want to believe it, but if you stick around, you'll know. Brenda for the kids. And that's my real name, y'all. I wake up every morning to greet some. At least 50 or 60. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to kids, and my people around me hounding me, you got to get on this Summer Wells. Brittany, what you mean you don't know nothing about Summer Wells? What? I said, I heard about the 5-year-old. And then I went looking. And I don't know who I'm, Lord, just touch all over it. And I'm going to say that. And I'm going to hit this button one more time, and this is the final play for it. Okay? I'm going to play it. I'm going to point out my points. And then I'm going to let y'all let that marinate. And then I'm going to polish off what the state needs to do. I swear to God, I'm going to say that. I got to tell them. But I don't say nothing. Like my you know, I was raised on the word, quiet mouths don't get fed. Loud mouths don't get heard. You understand me? So I'm going to go ahead and chill this out. I'm going to relax and calm my voice. And those that ride with me, they already know. When I get settled like this, back up. Something happened. And I'm going to tell you what it was. I can't tell you what it was. I wasn't there. I'm going to give you my valuable opinion. And y'all know I say unvaluable in the videos. I'm going to give you my valuable opinion. Okay. Let's get it. Because, see, you got a daddy that's pleading. You got a daddy that made the phone call to the police department, okay? He was apparently at work. We're going to put him at work. Mama was at home with her mama, her daughter, and her boys, huh? Is something wrong with that? Everybody in America know that. Okay? So let me hit this back. You see this rooted area, you see it. Okay. Now let's hit play. Cause see that baby somewhere. Okay.
But he wasn't home yet from work.
Oh,
Me and my mother and her.
And drove as far away as they could from this area.
I know
that's
she
his
had
opinion.
walked away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing.
Watch this.
I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from here.
Around 6:30 in the evening on June 15th, her father called to report her missing, but he wasn't home yet from work.
You hear that?
And my mother and her were planting flowers.
Mama in the house.
We went in.
You hear that? Mama in the house, y'all. With her mama and the kids. And daddy called the police from work.
And after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay, and I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV.
In the kitchen.
And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes I came back, And I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone.
You left the boys for 2 minutes with your daughter. Didn't she say in the kitchen? And they tell her she in the basement. Well, I'm assuming in the basement. She say she yelled down there, right? Did y'all hear that? She yelled down there. And nothing.
Answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone.
Summer has 3 older brothers.
And they get all.
Y'all heard that part, right? Now, let's go back to the beginning. Let me see, can I find that clip? Where they say there is no force injury. Entering. It's part of this clip somewhere. I'm going to have to pull it up later. No force. I can't get over that. I'm just going to let it play.
And she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay. And I walked her all the way over to the porch.
Can you
and
imagine
I
that?
walked into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer. I'll be back. And within 2 minutes, I came back. And I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone.
Summer has 3 older brothers.
When they get out of line, she'd put them in line.
Her parents say she loves princesses, especially the movie Frozen, and to be outside.
She loves to dance.
That's on the TikTok.
She would always want me. She says, "Daddy, hold my hand so I can twirl," and she would just like to twirl and twirl and twirl until my arm got tired.
She loved to play in the mud and the water and swing on her swing and enjoy dirt.
Now, authorities are looking for the driver of a red Toyota Tacoma that was in the area around the time Summer went missing, and stressing that this person is a potential witness.
I've never seen this truck, and I've never heard of it until just recently. But I wish they would come forward and explain themselves. And if you're not a suspect, at least come forward and say what you've seen.
No one has been named a suspect, and authorities have not ruled Summer's disappearance as an abduction. But tonight, her parents have one plea.
Please find it in your heart, have mercy, and find a way of letting her go, and where we can get her back.
Please bring her back home.
Just let her come home, please.
We miss her so much. Her brothers are so devastated that they wake up every morning crying
You hear
for
that?
their sister.
You hear that?
And as a mother, it really hurts to see your other children crying.
Now that part right there, it do hurt to see your other kids crying, but it really hurts you just to even have a cry. You understand where I'm going with this? But y'all did hear that she has 3 older brothers, and I don't know what brothers it was, but somebody was supposed to be responsible for her when she walked her into the kitchen with her mother. But you notice she ain't say nothing else about her mother, though. Did y'all notice that? And we're going to need Granny to come forward. I don't know about nobody else. But let's hear Granny voice wherever Granny shall be. Huh? Because she implements, Granny was there present in the house. Her mom, I guess. It was the girl. Her Nana gave her a piece of candy, right? So where Nana at? These three boys. Let's talk. Huh? What could have happened? Because as you continue to look at this news footage coverage on the mother of a missing 5-year-old Summer Wells speaks on camera for the first time, check it out. Huh? They make it clear there was no force entering. Okay? And who would walk past three boys to go get a girl? Because she walked her in the house and the boys say she was in downstairs. Now that's not to say Summer couldn't walk out of the house. Now this is my point, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get off. The state has to. I don't know who it is. I really don't know who it is. I'm not into politics, all of it. Whoever needs to hear this needs to hear this one time. How they say it? How the young people say it? For the one time. Neglect is neglect. And all these kids coming up here missing, and they're in the care of their parents, there should be immediate consequences. There's no way that you can tell me as a teacher, as being in life a substitute teacher, as just in general working with education. We're there to watch your kids. And I give a shout out to teachers, okay? Any educator, period. Because we're there to watch your kid. And I don't care what district or where you're from. I think we do a mighty fine damn job. Hmm? You ain't too many cases you heard about a kid being kidnapped out of school. Unless it was probably a parent or a guardian doing some bogus shit. Excuse my French. Huh? Now, how is it that we as parents, and I personally had 3 children. I have 2 grown adults now and grandkids. And I cannot imagine starting as young as I was back in the days. DeJuan Sims was the kid that came up missing around that time. And he went to the mall with his mama. I'll never forget that. Disappeared. But my point to you guys is, how is it that parenting is so difficult for a parent nowadays that common sense is lost? Your child is your responsibility. And if your child come up missing and you're present, in the presence, in the know-how, and that child come up, you should be facing neglect charges. Whether they could prove a case or not of you doing something to that child, the one point to be made is you definitely did some neglecting right then and there. Do y'all hear that case? And that's why I'm speaking on it. I'm actually again, do you hear that case? You, your mama, and her were planting flowers. You went into the house. You asked the boys to watch her, and they're in the house. But somehow or another, the baby come up missing. Teachers go to work every day to watch our kids. Anybody kids, whoever attends that school. And we got our eyes open. How is it a parent eyes can shut for a second and that's okay because this is just a missing child? Neglect falls in line with that. I'm going to say it again. Neglect falls in line with that. As a parent, it's your number one job, your priority to watch your child. You should not be talking to no news reporters. You shouldn't be talking to the news. You shouldn't be talking about nothing like this at all. Why? Because you should be watching your child. No case like that should arise where you're in the house and your child come up missing. Huh? How is that humanly possible? I just need y'all to let that sink in. Because that's what I do over here. I speak what? Truth. Some may not like it, some might unclick. But I appreciate it if you just let it be because this is my honest opinion. You can leave yours, be respectful. I'm not stepping on nobody's toes. I ain't shouting out no names. I'm just saying in general. How do we have a case like that? How do we keep having cases where parents are with the child and the child just come up missing? I don't get that. And that's okay. We'll just send out a couple of flyers, shout it across the world through news media, however, because it's all over social media. And we'll just keep pleading to the public. First of all, you can do that. But most important, and one shall not forget, parenting is first. How do you not keep an eye on your kid? How is it that's okay? I don't see it. Maybe I'm the only one in America feel that way. But I get up in the morning to go do that job in particular. And they're not my children. I look forward to it. They're not my kids. But when you are a parent, your child is supposed to be your number one priority. It's no way that your child's supposed to be able to walk away from you. And you not know, and you in the house. At a park, I can get it. At a, you see, I stopped there because see, even if I was at a park, and that's just me, my opinion. Even if I was at a park, I got my eye on my kid. In the grocery store, I got my eye on my kid. At the shopping mall, I got my eye on my kid. My kid couldn't do nothing. They barely could even stay in school without me. Because I took him, I was the type of parent, I drove mine all the way to graduation day. You understand what I'm saying? Of high school. My oldest boy, some college days until I got his car. But the truth to the matter is, I didn't leave their side. And I don't know, and it is frustrating, mind boggling to me. How is it that you're in the house and your eyes are not focused on what's inside the house? And if you got kids, that will be exactly the subject you need to be focusing on. Kind of get it? And my thing, like I mentioned, I personally do believe that it should be more done when it comes to children. That's just my honest opinion. In the meantime, in between time, click like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button. This is Peopleicious TV bringing you a hot tea. Bye.